Okay, a very different song than all the other ones as well. There is a lot to talk about, guys. Hi guys, Yuri here again. Welcome to YBPlaysMusic and welcome to the Nightwish Army. Today I'm going to react to Nightwish with the song Endlessness, and this is the last song of their album, at least the first CD, being Human, and then the next CD is Nature. So Endlessness, this is the last one from the first CD and I'm very excited to listen to this one. It has been a crazy ride so far to listen to and analyze all these songs on the first CD. Endlessness is the last one of that. So I've researched a little bit, and after the video we are going to break down a little bit more of the lyrics themselves. I have searched for the lyrics, tried to contemplate a little bit about what the story means or what the lyrics mean, and then I searched for somebody else's take on that, and I found a pretty nice explanation, pretty compact. We'll talk about it after the video, but let's check the video out. Hopefully I don't have to pause that many times, but you know guys, if there's something very interesting, I'd like to mention it. So without any further ado, let's get to this one. Here we go. Start right away. Nice visual here. Okay, before we go on, I'm gonna pause it already right now. First of all, it's a slower beat than the other songs of the album so far, and it sounds longed out, let's say. And I don't know, I assume this is done on purpose because endlessness, I mean, there is no end, let's say. So they want to long out, make it feel longer. It's not that short of a song actually either. It's 7 minutes and 12 seconds. But I don't know, it feels like they want to make it a little more dragged out, the intro. Take their time for it because time is infinite. I also wonder, guys, that's the first time that I really think about this, but I'm wondering who makes these lyrics videos, because there is some work done in this as well, I believe. Even though these are not official music videos, it's clear to see that there went quite a bit of work into these videos. So if you know, let me know in the comment section below. Let's return a little bit and keep going. This looks like Saturn, by the way. I don't think it is, but it looks like it because the rings around it that are of course made up of stones, rocks, meteorites, dusts. Let's move on. Sun. Sounds a little more dark. Sounds a little dark.
I am the one you call the thief universe. Thankless, crowded hearse. I am the haven by an unseen stream.
This is Marco, right? I recognize his voice. I was first thinking, is this Floor? It wasn't that clear. But then I heard, I think it's Marco. Let's return.
I am the one you call the thief universe. just a carrion kind. Walk with me to your sleep, someone in the tomorrow is
Very interesting progression.
to share the thief with dust with a mean and precious
Now we see these clouds of the universe, the stars.
I am the grass, the maggots, and the dust. I am the several endings, the pain of the soul, evil of an unsung life. Decades make them matter. Myriad tales shall befall on you before the even blood of us stay. Your sleep, someone in the tomorrow is
Very interesting progression here in the chords.
someone to share the thief with, just with a mean and precious
Change. Yep. Yes. Here we have Floor. Okay, before we go on, so Floor started singing in there, and there was a different section in the lyrics, I think, as well. I don't know if I got it right, and I'm gonna talk about it more after the video is over, but from what I hear right now, I assume, I could be wrong, that Floor is singing the part where there is life, and that the rest of the song is more about what is not life, being death. So that's what I think. If the video is over, we'll talk about it a little bit more, but let's check to the beginning of her part in there. The mood changed a little bit right there. I think that's what she says.
beyond
dope backings, vocals, and the strings there. Is that a voice that low? It sounds like that, but I don't think it is. Interesting vibes here. We have the same symbol again, like we started. Okay, a very different song than all the other ones as well. There is a lot to talk about, guys. I didn't say that much during the video as I usually do, but overall, let's see, the idea that I got about this song during my research for the song and listening to it, the feeling perfectly portrays what the meaning behind the lyrics are, I think. Let's see. I have the lyrics here with me, so we're gonna dissect the lyrics in a moment. But overall, and I've read this in a Reddit explanation of the song as well, that apparently this song would mainly be about death, because death is endless. There is no end to death, let's say. At least from what we know, because actually nobody knows, but death assumingly is endless, whilst life is. And that's what I thought when Floor was singing, that she did the part there when there was life, and that was a pretty short part in there. And then afterwards, Marco started singing again. And it's also interesting because the part that Floor was singing, and the part before, the instrumental part before she was singing, that whole section, the beat kicked up. The tempo went quicker, went faster. And I don't know if that's on purpose, but I believe it is, because life goes by so fast, whilst the time before your life starts and the time after you die, its endlessness goes very slow. So I believe that's why they chose to have those parts very slow tempo, and like half beat, I would say. And then whilst Floor, her part was there, it was up tempo. I think that it has something to do with that. And then at the chord progression, and certainly at the end, with all the different ambient sounds, but all the choir voices and the sounds of the synthesizer and such, gave this feeling of this massive universe of which we even can't comprehend how big it is, how endlessly big it is, how old it is, and how long it will exist even after we are gone. And that gives that feeling. Like I don't know if you guys sometimes have this is going deeper and more personal than I would have expected before watching this video. But for example, you have these documentaries about space and the universe. Everybody knows what I'm talking about, I think. I used to watch some of those documentaries. I love the massiveness of the universe, and when they talk about the universe, it's so incredible because we can't see, we don't know, we're so small. And that's the feeling that I get when I listen to certain parts in this song. I have the same feeling, a little bit kind of a lonely feeling, because we're so alone in the universe as far as we know, and the universe is so massive we feel so little sometimes, and that can be kind of depressing. And that's also what I saw in one of the explanations, that it's a very depressing song, even though if we go a little bit deeper into the lyrics, we can notice that a lot of the song is about death. Of course, for somebody that doesn't believe in life after death, this is a very depressing song. But if you have people that do believe in life after death, this would be more hopeful, I believe. Even though the sounds and the overall vibe of the song is a little bit darker, I think, and more depressing. But that said, guys, let's go over the lyrics. So first of all, we have here, I am the one you call the thief. I think that's representing death, stealing life, or taking you with him into the endlessness, robbing your life away, robbing you of the moment that you live. I could be wrong on that, but that's how I interpreted that. And we have universe, blank verse, crowded hearse. So universe speaks of itself, of course, but blank verse, I think, mostly means that most of the universe is empty. We see stars, there are planets, there are asteroids, but most of space is nothingness, is empty. And that's, I think, what they mean by a blank verse. Then a crowded hearse, is that a reference to us being a group of people alive and seeing people die, and we go to a funeral, let's say? I don't know. I could be totally wrong on that one. Then I am a haven by an unseen stream. And like I said, like I think they mean that the universe is so vast and so big, so empty, and we all watch towards the sky now and then, and we see stars and such, but we haven't seen anything from that. So in a way, we kind of wonder what is up there and would like to know, but we haven't seen it. We haven't seen anything there. We don't know anything about it there. So that's what I think they mean with a haven by an unseen stream. So then I'll sing the dawn in with you. So first of all, I think people that have an almost die experience often say they saw the light at the end of the tunnel. And with the dawn, you see the sun rising. So I don't know if that's a reference to that. On the other hand, if you die, it said that you go back to being a part of the earth, being fuel or source for new life, being part of the bigger picture. So I'll sing the dawn in with you is that indirectly giving support and life to some other life forms. I don't know. Now that you have a voice. So do they mean new life? Now that you have a voice? Earth bride amongst the carrion kind. So I don't know if that has something to do with people that die, also giving the fuel to Earth to produce more life, new life, and carrying on the cycle of life, and even the cycle of the universe, which is much bigger than, of course, a lifetime of a human being. Then we have walk with me to your sea. And I think the sea in this case is meant as death right here. Walking me to your death. The unseen stream, also you could say. Someone in the tomorrow is waiting for me. So again, other life is waiting for me to pass on. Someone to share the thief with. And then they say, dust with a meaning. Is that when we die, eventually we become dust? If we are burned, or if it's just because of time that we become ashes? Dust with a meaning, precious and rare. I am the grass, the maggots, and the dust. So it's pretty clear right here that we become the grass, the maggots, the dust, or other fuels or other sources for new life. I am the several endings, the pain of the slow evil of an unsung life. Decades make them matter. So what I think they mean in this section, life is short, make the best of it. And that's what I think a little bit the message through the whole song actually. Life is short, make the best of it. So don't have too many regrets. If you want to do something, do your best to do it. Or what you want to accomplish, try to do as much as you can, because life is short and it will be over quickly, and more quickly than you will know. And that's something that all people almost experience is that the older you get, the faster life goes, right? Myriad tales shall befall on you before the even ballad of our stay. So, do they mean when we are born, throughout our lives, we get told a lot of things, stories, we get taught a lot of things before we pass away and go again into the endlessness of death. And that being the ballad, as a ballad is mostly a slow tempo song. And as I said, like the parts that Floor is not singing were kind of the tempo of some kind of ballad, you would say. I don't know. Walk with me to your sea. So that's what I assume is the chorus. We have read this before. Someone in the tomorrow is waiting for me, someone to share the thief with. Dust with a meaning precious and rare. And dust, again, also during the video, it reminded me a little bit of Shoemaker, because that's the dust in the moon of Eugene Shoemaker. And also the visuals of the asteroids and the rocks in space that flew by were also in the video. So that reminded me a little bit of that. The dust with a meaning, precious and rare. An unscarred land, unsung yarn, unborn child. This is the part where Flora is singing. So an unscarred land, I think, could mean different things. I think this could mean like that space is unexplored, mostly. So it's untouched. It's not yet explored. Unsung yarn, unborn child. And then we're talking about life here. An unborn child awaiting my touch. The luck of the draw. Enter now. Now, of course, when a woman is pregnant or gets pregnant, that's the touch of the female part, female cell and the male cell. Touching, becoming one and multiplying until we have new life. Being a child in this case. So is this what they mean? An unborn child. Await my touch. The luck of the draw. Because we know the chance that we are born is so small. Await my touch. The luck of the draw. Enter now. Come. Here is life. And I think the luck of the draw is also a little bit meant as, okay, we are the lucky ones. And this is a big reference to the greatest show on earth. And if you guys don't know, that's my favorite song of all time, being from Nightwish, of course, in a previous album. And there, with Richard Dawkins, he talks about how lucky we are to be alive. We got the chance to live, so make the best of it. It was a little bit of luck of the draw that we're here. So make the best of it, because it's over before you know it. So then she says, here is life. And I think life is over right then and there, because then she goes over to endlessness a couple of times, meaning perhaps that we are dead again. Then Marco starts singing again. The beat is going slower again. So let's move on a little bit. Here we have soon, beyond the fields you've come to know, you will join the silent flow. So being part of the universe, being dead, as most of the universe is, follow me, I am the spark at the end of everything. So is that the light at the end of the tunnel? I don't know. Tip the reaper to ensure the blade is sharp. As soon will go. Follow me into the dark to the birth of everything. So that's again, I think, where they mean our death becomes the life of somebody else. Circle of life, which is also a subject that I said a couple of times during my reactions in this album. Our death means fuel for some other life forms that are born, that are created like that. Also in the bigger scheme of things, like take for example Earth. A couple of billion years ago, Earth was lifeless. And someday it's going to be again like that. And we're all going to be dead, is what we assume is going to happen at some point. And we'll be part of this big universe of emptiness again. And that's a little bit depressing indeed. Again, guys, these lyrics, Nightwish's songs, if you want to analyze them, they take quite a bit of time to understand and to research for. But if you understand them, you have so much more appreciation for the song and for the meaning behind the song. So that's why I do this. They take more time to make these videos because I have to do more research. But it's very interesting to learn more about it because it's also written that way. I believe that they want to give a lot of meaning to that. Okay, so guys, that's it when it comes to the first CD of this album. And as I said before, guys, in 2 weeks, I'm planning to do a live stream with you guys where I'm going to react to the whole second CD of Human Nature, which is only instrumentals as far as I read. Now, I have to say, usually I try to do these reactions on a Friday, at least when it comes to Nightwish or other rock metal kind of reactions. But in a live stream, I'll need a little more time. Like usually a reaction video is over in 15 to 30 minutes, but this live stream will be a bit longer than that for sure. So what I think I would do is actually switch it up a little bit, and that week perhaps do the live stream on Sundays. And that would be the 29th of May and not the 27th, which is a Friday. So I'm planning to do this on Sunday, the 29th of May. Put the date in your agenda or click the subscribe button and the bell button so that you can see the notification coming up for when I plan this live stream. I hope it will all work out. I haven't done many live streams like this, but I want you guys also to see the screen instead of just me reacting to it without you guys hearing the music. I want to have it decent. So guys, I hope you enjoyed my reaction to this one from Nightwish. I hope you enjoyed my other reactions of this album from Nightwish. If you haven't checked them out, the links will all be in the description down below. I haven't gone that deep into an album in its entirety ever so far. But if there's one band that deserves this much of attention of me when it comes to explanations and such, it's Nightwish. I hope you guys appreciate this. See you guys in the live stream, hopefully. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video. Also, don't forget, I have other reaction videos, I have music videos, and tutorials for you guys to check out. So, thank you very much, and see you guys next time. Bye. This is the last song, and then I feel this is Marco. I was first like let's with the and the synth and the sounds of there are steroids steroids. So myriad tales shall befall. We get so that's a little bit of that's some dust again. When a woman is because and for the meaning